Okay. Let me move this out of the way too. Okay, everybody can see up here? All right. Now, you're going to do what's called a grid drawing. So you're going to make 2 grids. All right? This is your paper. That's actual size for your paper. You got it? Here's how you make your grid. Measure from one edge. 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, all the way down. Then you just draw your lines. Between your dots. Doing that. You just go all the way down. And of course, you finish it all the way to the bottom. Then you do the same thing. Measure 2 inches, make your dots all the way across the other way. Draw your lines. And you keep going all the way across until you have this grid pattern on your whole paper. Okay? Pretty simple, not complicated, right? That's your first grid. Now you gotta make another grid. Well, this grid is smaller and made on a magazine slick. Okay? What's a magazine slick? Anybody got an idea off the top of their head? Just a picture in a magazine. That's a magazine slick. Okay? Now, your slick needs to be an actual photograph. In other words, there's a lot of magazine slicks that are other people's artwork. Okay? Your slick can't be other people's artwork. It has to be an actual photograph. Okay? And it has to be, I'm going to write it bigger over here, 4 1/2 by 6 inches. This is actual size, 4 1/2 by 6. And you're going to put a grid on that too. Alright? But your grid's much smaller, of course. It's a 1/2 inch grid. Alright? This is why your magazine slick needs to be exactly 4 1/2 inches by 6 inches. Because then you have the same exact number of squares on your magazine slick as you do on your paper. Okay? You have 12 one way, and you have 9 the other way. And on your paper, even though your grid's 2 inches, you'll have 12 one way and 9 the other way. Okay, because your paper's 18 by 24. Then, you take each square on your magazine slick. Like if I took this very top corner square, and you copy everything you see in it in the corresponding square of your paper. Okay? Now here's what I don't want you to do though. You're going to have, your brain's going to try and tell you, done with this square, move to the next one. Don't do that. Move to a square that's far away. Do not do squares that are right next to each other until you reach the point where you have to. Eventually you will reach that point. Okay? Now here's the deal. The reason your brain's going to tell you not to do it the way I'm telling you is because the lines won't line up good at the end. And that's exactly what I want. I want the lines to not line up perfectly. Okay? It gives us a realistic image with a little abstraction to it. Okay, I don't want it to be perfect. I want each individual square to be almost perfect. I want you, once you start a square, don't move out of it until you're finished with that square. Okay? So you're actually doing 108 little tiny individual pictures, 2-inch square pictures. Okay? You got that? Don't think of the whole thing. Don't think of the big picture for once in your life. Just think of that little tiny square that you're working on and forget everything else. Then move to another square. Okay?